Okay.
And we are live.
Run.
Right.
Run for your life. Sorry. I had to. I apologize.
Good morning. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody out there right now. Jensen and I are just going to busy chat for a little bit here. Right? This is a kind of an impromptu kind of a thing. Quite frankly, one of the things that I would like to do at some point is to do a daily stream, right? Going forward, but just not nearly as long and not nearly as many stories, obviously, right?
Mhm.
Just to do a few things. But I'm not quite in a position to do that yet. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So, but we'll talk. We'll teeter on that at some point and go with it. How are you,
Okay.
Jensen? It's been a while since you've been on the stream.
Yes. It's been a while since I've really been able to. I mean, I've been dealing with, shall we call it, one or two things is the reason why I've not been around much. But,
Real
the
life
best way of
intrudes
putting
on
it,
everybody.
yeah, yeah. Real life sucks. Come on, let's get blunt here. Much more fun to
It
just
it it,
make up
it,
and go along.
it does. It intrudes on anything. Real life is actual work. Now, as far as what you were asking about, which we're going to do a little. I don't care if we bore a few people here. College
Mhm.
football goes. Yeah, the college football championships were uh, the way they came about. This whole scenario
Yeah.
was a media creation and a media demanding things. Quite frankly. Good morning, Mr. Barkley. All right, currently cooking squash.
Hey, Matt.
There are
Happy Thanksgiving to you, sir.
a few things. Yes, happy Thanksgiving. A few things. Squash is not my favorite dish. All right. Good morning,
Ooh,
Guardian. It's like good grief. We got more
hello.
people here earlier than I thought. All
It's
right,
my
we're gonna.
wonderful personality. It's dragged everyone
They were
in.
like,
What
"Oh
can I
my
say?
God, Jensen's here. We gotta listen to what Jensen has to say."
Oh, let's be honest. 90% of them are going, who?
No, 90% of the. Let's see him whip up on the yank today.
I do not pick on the Yank. I merely inform the colonial when he's wrong, which is most times. That's all.
He was busy bitching about the fact that Thanksgiving is a colonial holiday early this morning. So don't let him fool you, folks. Joking
I
aside.
wasn't bitching. I was pointing out you was wrong. Nothing more.
No, we weren't. We were early. You know what we were mostly wrong about?
Go on then.
Not taking Canada and straightening them out when we had the chance. Just pointing it
I
out.
I've got to say, okay, all right, I'm now going to get myself in trouble with a whole bunch of Americans, but you know what? Why not? I'm British, I'm allowed to. How the hell did you guys allow the Canadians to kick the crap and burn down the White House, probably the most important building in your country, and you did nothing? You
What do
literally
you mean we did nothing?
ran, you ran away with your tail between your legs and done bugger all, and then
What's this
slagged them off
new?
from then on.
Did we
We're
burn
taking the
down the
piss.
Did we burn down the British Parliament in Canada?
Did we
Uh,
burn down the? Did we burn down
White
the
House, I
White
already
House,
done
which
that.
is why it is now
Yeah.
white?
And I should point out, please remember that the White House was originally green, and which still kills me. Why? Actually, yeah. No, mad. Why is the White House called the White House when it was green?
Because it was always meant to be painted. Right? We didn't
Ah,
get
I
a
see.
chance. We
We had
didn't
to
get a
force your hand,
chance
didn't
to
we?
paint it because you burned it. Okay, and don't come back
We
and tell
made it.
me that it was the Canadians.
We
Those were
we
British
made it better.
ships that came from England, all right, that sit up there and burned the White House. Now, there may have been Canadians on the ships, but they weren't
They asked us
Canadians.
to.
hmm
They asked us to.
Who cares if they answer? And if they didn't ask you to, well, they kind of did, but they kind of agreed with you to do
Thank
it.
you.
You guys kind of made a plan to do it together. Those could have been
Yeah,
the
mate. Oh, sorry. Can we have your attention a moment? Okay.
Happy Thanksgiving, FP. How are you doing today?
Yes, happy Thanksgiving, MC. How are you doing today?
I am existing,
And
as you
yes,
see.
yes, before you ask, we do celebrate Thanksgiving in the UK. We give thanks that we got rid of those intolerant religious bastards into the new world.
This is fair, actually. That's
And
pretty
how
much.
and
Which
since
actually goes back to your statement about the Americans and religion that we were discussing earlier. So
yeah, that is true. But then again, how's that all work out for you?
we
We've
got
got
our
a different,
mask.
go ahead.
Come on, come on. Let's
We've
say it
got a
properly.
different bunch of intolerant religious bastards that we're planning on shipping out the new world.
No, you mean our new masters who are in complete control of us, inshallah. Yes, that's what you're trying to say.
I'm going to come down to your house, Jensen, with a pair of stilts, and at 2 o'clock in the morning, I'm going to tap on your bedroom window and stare at you
D- d- don't
disapprovingly.
don't let FB frickin'
You'll have,
bother you because he's been doing things like this is what I gave to Jensen and shows me a bunch of frogs. I'm
oh
taking care of
no.
his ancestors.
Oh, you didn't see some of the pictures I sent him.
Yeah, that picture with all the frogs doing the dance.
Yeah,
That seems to be so far my most popular grok picture.
nice.
Uh,
Okay, nice.
so let's get started with the news, shall we?
Why?
Because
This is more fun.
because I want to.
This is also a fair statement.
Putin says U.S. Ukraine text could form the basis of a future peace agreement.
Why does he look like my math teacher correcting my homework?
Because he probably was. President Vladimir Putin on Thursday that outlines said that
Roboted?
outlines a peace
I'm
draft
so glad
plan.
you heard that as well.
President Vladimir Putin said on Thursday that the outlines of a draft peace plan discussed by the United States and Ukraine could become the basis of future agreements to end the conflict in Ukraine, but that if not, then Russia would continue to fight. Well, let's talk about what the Russians are fighting.
Hey, before you go on, I am firmly convinced that the leaders of our respective countries, up until and towards the end of World War II, if they saw Russia as it is now, they would not condone getting involved in this war. They'd just
No.
say, let them sort it out themselves.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree.
And while you're at it, go and glass the Middle East. Am
Yeah.
I
Oh,
wrong?
no.
No.
One other thing. One other thing. I've noticed that dear old Timmy Paul finally uses that map program I've gave you, MC.
Oh yeah.
He's finally started using it. Literally about 3 days ago. It's
Has
the
he
first
taken
time
his
I ever
beanie
saw
off
it.
yet?
Oh, God, no. He's bald. Oh hell, he'll never take that off.
Either that, or he's had it on his hair for such a long time that his hair's started to knit into it.
Now, what you don't realise is that he's actually his hair. He's had it shaped.
Yeah.
This day and
And
age, that wouldn't but surprise me in the least.
and
this.
MC, I sent you the pictures that I sent to Batman. Just in your DMs
I'll
when you
peruse
want
them.
to
I'll
take a look
peruse
and
them later.
smile.
As people can see,
Yeah.
it looks like they're surrounding Murad, right?
Hmm.
Muradnad, right? They've taken Pokrovsk, right? Now this was an interesting operation because what they did is they put a lot of false signals here in the north. So all the Ukrainians rushed up into this area and they absolutely smashed through here. Okay, now that's their version of smashing, right? Personally, if you take a look at how this war is being prosecuted, they're just doing everything on
Yeah.
the ground. All right, these
What
Yeah.
bombing
the
that they do over here in these separate areas, I think
Hmm.
I think what those are, quite frankly, it has to do more with them just trying to generally soften other areas up, but it's not. This kind of an attack is not the kind of attack that we in the West would normally run with, right?
Oh, I've got a little story for you from World War II.
Go ahead.
The Germans, right, in northern France, had set up a fake air base, right? Complete with wooden planes, fake buildings, a lot.
Mhm.
The RAF knew what they'd done. Do you know what the RAF did?
I lost everything. Are you guys back? Can you guys hear me? I lost it. OBS. Can you guys hear me now? No. Okay, hang on a second. Goodness me. All right, can you guys hear me?
I agree, Matt. Technology, it sucks.
Do you know what it is? You know what it likely is? I'm being serious here now. I'm not making a joke.
Okay.
It's probably the updates that Discord recently brought up that are having an issue with MC's system.
That's actually feasible. Yeah.
We're all fighting Windows 11, Matt.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, one of our most decorated officers in World War II. He went into battle with a longbow and a broadsword.
Respect to that man. Though I'm not a fan of broadswords. I gotta say I prefer the long sword, but that's just me.
Well, it just depends on how good you are with finesse. Longsword is
This is
more of a
true.
finesse weapon.
This is true.
If you just like brute
Hey,
force,
you've seen
which
it.
quite frankly I
It's a
do.
longsword is a two-handed sword.
Yeah, but it's still thinner, and it still requires it's intended
Not
with
by
finesse at
much.
the end. Um,
A broadsword can be a two-handed or a one-handed sword with a broad blade.
yeah, but the difference is power. You're looking for power rather than speed and
You're
a few
looking
other
for
things.
both, actually.
Well,
Batman, you know you're describing a bastard sword, not a broadsword, don't you?
Bastard swords come under the broadsword umbrella.
The broadsword is the smaller version of the bastard sword, generally known because it doesn't have
If
a
it's a
point to
smaller,
its tip.
if
It
it's a
has a
smaller
more rounded.
version
Yes.
of a bastard sword, that means it's a
Mhm.
bastard sword.
the FB is just
Okay.
saying that because it's more along the lines of, well, this is what I use, so therefore it's a bastard.
That's also fair. That and you probably walked around calling it a
Yeah.
bastard
Put
every
that
time.
bastard sword away!
Yeah. That's where you got confused. All right, that makes sense.
All right. Do I have to once again reshare everything again? Did you guys lose
Yes, you have to once again reshare everything.
that? Okay.
Once again.
Bad
And
news.
you actually sound better than when you left.
Yeah.
Do
Did
I?
you turn off your VPN?
No, I did not.
Maybe you want to consider it.
Yeah.
Well,
then we can find
when
out
I
where
try
you
to
are
quote unquote
and
turn off the VPN, it does something else in the background, and then Discord never works now. So I don't want to do it.
Yeah, if you turn off the VPN, that means we can zero in on your position and with the orbital weapons platform.
Don't tell him about it. They get upset if you do that.
Well, yeah, I've got to tell him because he's got to know that it's an orbital paintball platform.
Anyway,
It's an ion cannon. It launches ions at people.
back to the news. So Zelensky, look, the reality is Zelensky has no power here when it really comes right down to it. And FB is right that we have no dog in this fight.
No,
we don't. Okay,
No.
I know people want to sit up there and go talk about, oh, we're defending democracy. Look, Zelensky is not a Democrat, and I mean that from
No.
the sense of he believes in democracy. All right, he's
the thing is,
he's an authoritarian, just like Putin is. Now,
Yeah.
his
the thing is,
ability
hold
to
on,
damage is significantly different.
hold on a minute. The thing is, out of the two countries fighting this war, one is stable, and if they win the war, we can deal with them. The other one is the Ukraine.
I agree.
I don't
I'm
know
not
No,
about
no,
mentioning
no,
which
no.
is which.
No. I actually agree with him there. Ukraine is not a good thing. Okay,
No,
well.
Russia, we can at least
yeah. The
cut
thing is,
deals
somebody
with.
like Zelensky
Yeah,
is a third world leader, and any country he becomes in charge of will end up as a third world country. He's a
that's
bit like a
one.
grown-up version of Starmer.
That's one problem. The other problem I found with him is, uh, Matt was mentioning it earlier. The guy is a cokehead. Okay, he sat there throughout that entire thing where he was getting dressing down with Trump and Vance, sniffing and snorting like he'd just taken two nostrils full.
Wasn't he
Okay,
also an OnlyFans model before this? A gay OnlyFans model at that.
you might want to check with Starmer. He'd probably know that all that information.
I have no I have no clue.
What do you mean? Probably.
All I want is
Mm-hmm.
all my whole point is we shouldn't be involved in this thing. And I know people
No.
want to claim that,
Mm-hmm.
oh no, we got reasons to be there. The only reason we're there is because Biden, all right, was getting money from these people. That's my true feelings on this. All right,
Yeah.
is the Biden
Biden wasn't just
administration
getting
dragged
money
us
from
into
them; he
this?
was making money out of it.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't he was making money. He was getting outright kickbacks from these people. All
Yeah,
right,
Oh
and
yeah.
so were
and
a
coke,
number of people within the Democrat Party, which is why the Democrats were so
probably
gung
the
ho
Republican
about
Party
going
as
forward.
well.
And there are probably some in the Republican Party as well. All right, but the thing is that's why we're even involved in this. We don't have to be involved in this. This could have already been
No.
over with fewer people dead if we hadn't gotten involved.
Yep,
Yes.
Now, and unless you're willing to sit up there and go fully involved, Ukraine will never win.
I think what we need
Agree.
to do, the world over, right, force every government to agree to this somehow, is if any country starts a war, their leaders have to be in the forefront of the battle.
Funny enough, B and I have discussed this. Now, I'm going to go back to an old ass 80s song about two tribes. You may or may not remember it.
Oh yes, up here that group was known as Frankie Goes to Hospital because if they ever toured in Newcastle, that's where they'd end up.
I believe that statement. But the concept they had about having the leaders thrown in the middle of the ring
Yeah,
and fight out amongst
it was
themselves,
Reagan and Gorbachev, wasn't it? Not
uh,
Gorbachev, the one before him.
not a clue. Not my specialty, mate. It's just literally just out from when I know. Okay,
First of all,
but
you had Brezhnev, then you had Yuri Andropov, and then you had Gorbachev.
I
he
think it was
had
on. I think it was hand drop off.
he had grey eyes and a set of eyebrows you could lose yourself in.
Yeah, he was a
That's
Russian.
the best I can give. Yeah, that's fair play. That is literally the best I can give you for information.
That's
Yeah.
He didn't
probably
have the blob on his head. I know that much.
that's Brezhnev. All right.
Oh, there we
The
go.
the
Okay.
eyebrows are Brezhnev.
Yeah, that's just Russian men in general. I mean, when a Russian man's going bald, all they do is they comb their eyebrows into the hairline.
I believe that statement actually. Yeah, that makes sense. But seriously though, okay, that's why I created the comment of "and throw a knife in and see who's left at the end." I think that that's actually a really good way of dealing with it, and I think we should test it with Starmer.
Actually, I think
Anytime.
I've got the
You guys
perfect
don't
answer to
study
war.
history enough.
I've got the perfect answer to war.
Okay,
And
go on then.
yes, I stole it from a Mad Max movie. It's called Thunderdome.
Yes, that's pretty much what I was going
You,
with,
you
but
got
I'm
you
okay
you
with
guys don't
Two
study
men enter,
history.
Starmer doesn't leave.
it.
The,
How
the,
did no? Whoa! First of all, how dare you
Yeah, I
accusing
said
Starmer of
two
being a
men.
man? Yeah,
Yeah.
you
Hey,
apologise right
in
now.
all seriousness, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
some of the videos I've seen recently, and hearing his voice, not
Mm-hmm.
just his voice, but his speech patterns, he
Mm-hmm.
sounds and acts like a spoiled 10-year-old boy.
Yes.
well, it's time to get back to the stories.
Sorry.
Damn.
Carry
But
on, sir.
by
Carry
the
on.
way, just well,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to sidetrack this even again. when you talk about having leaders or a small group sit up there and decide it on their own, right? Do you realize the Greeks actually attempted that during the Peloponnesian War? The Athenians
Mhm.
and the Greek state
or
of
even the
Sparta,
Athenians.
okay, decided to say,
Yeah.
okay, we'll settle this by taking 100 of our champions against 100 of your champions, and whoever wins, that will settle the war, right? Both sides agreed,
Okay.
okay? During the battle, all right, there was one Athenian left, okay?
Okay.
The Athenians declared victory. They went home. The Spartans went home, collected their army, and then marched on Athens. Okay, it
And their
sounds
asses
good.
kicked, I believe.
It sounds good,
Yeah.
but it never works. Is my point. All right,
Oh yeah.
let's get to the next story here. National Guard shooting suspect worked with the CIA. The director says, "Gee."
Oh, that.
The Afghan national, suspected of shooting at two National Guard members near the White House on Wednesday, had worked with the CIA, the agency's director said, according to Fox News Digital. Comments come amid an investigation into the shooting near the White House, which officials describe as a targeted ambush. The Guard members have not been identified and remain in critical condition. I have heard that they've died, so I don't know if they're still in critical condition. Intelligence sources told Fox that the suspect, Ramallah Lakawal, 29, had ties with various entities in the U.S. government, including the CIA, due to his work as a member of a partner force in Kandahar before the U.S. withdrawal. Okay,
Can
there's a
I
lot
start
to.
with my raghead comments yet?
Go ahead.
Okay. How? I mean, what the? Okay. Let's get let's get polite about it. After all, I'm the calm one. He says.
Mhm.
Why the yeah, no. Why the bloody hell does your country allow a bunch of ragheads to go around killing your soldiers? Aren't they meant to do that in their own country, not in yours?
Yeah.
There's my response to you, Jensen.
That's fair.
All right.
That's fair.
Let's talk about this, okay? Because there's a number of aspects of this that you may or may not be aware of. Now,
Okay.
have you heard of the treacherous six?
Weirdly, I think I have, but I don't know why I know
These
the
these
name.
these these
Why
six
am I thinking of
senators,
Spider-Man villains here?
these six
Mm.
senators that came out and said that you don't have to follow illegal orders.
Oh, them. Right. Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
one of
yeah, yeah.
them was a wasn't a former military person. They
Mm.
were a CIA person. That's why they use the
Oh,
word intelligence.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Now, seeing as this happened with somebody who was working with the CIA, is anyone surprised?
Where do you think you probably got the guns from? Let's
Well,
get blunt.
which leads to the next question, all right? Because I've heard various different stories. Knowing how the military works, I did not believe that the National Guard were armed, unless it was like this the officers. Some of the officers may be walking around with a pistol, but
Mm.
you don't see them walking around, and none of the pictures you see of them, you don't see them with their rifles fully loaded, which is what they should be,
Yes.
in my opinion.
Especially in Chicago.
I'm going to get yelled up by Shirati in a bit, I think.
Okay.
It is what it is. Um, that's kind of like a normal thing for those two. Uh,
That's fair.
so yeah, I think this guy just walked up, shot these guys, and there was not really a whole lot they could do with him. They now the other guys did tackle him, and then they did strip him, which I would have done after beating the holy hell out of him because Alu Akbar has a tendency to carry other things on their
Yeah.
bodies, which to go boom boom.
Got to admit,
Mm.
Starmer would have stripped him as well, but he wouldn't have beat him. Not in that way,
Well,
anyway.
no, he would have beat him. He'd have
I said
spanked
not in
him
that way.
thoroughly. Well, he's got spanked by him more like. To be honest.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Oh
but
God!
this
Now I've
is
just got this image of Starmer with the Ayatollah saying saying, "Hurt me, daddy."
Spank me, daddy, spank me.
Once
Yes.
again, this was the result of just bringing in a bunch of people who have no business being in America. We were told that these people
Yep.
were
Here
vetted.
we go.
What did I tell you?
Were they vetted? Can you honestly say that
No.
this guy was vetted successfully? Because it doesn't look like it.
No.
Hold on. I've got to get me telling off here in a minute.
Okay.
Hello, Shirati.
Die. Die. Die.
Does the little
Was
light in
that
your
a
eye
recording?
say? Does the little light in your eye say murder, death, kill? Just
No,
ask.
the little light
Just
in our eye
ask.
says online.
No, 20 go to 10. Say die. That's all it is. Okay.
Well, she can't count to 10. She uses binary. How are you,
That's harsh,
Shirati?
Good morning, Shirley. Happy Thanksgiving to you all. To Oz.
Turkey Day.
Happy, yeah. And she's gone.
Okay.
I didn't hear what she said. All I heard is robot, out.
No, I think she said happy turkey day, I'm out.
Oh, okay. Well, that's close.
Okay.
So yeah, no, Thanksgiving's not what it used to be. I'll tell you that right now.
No.
But at the same
No,
time,
nothing is.
the Thanksgiving was always supposed to be a day of thanks, not a day of politics,
Well,
not a day
it's
of
not just Thanksgiving. It's all about tradition. I mean, over here they're trying to get us to say the festive season and happy holidays instead of Christmas.
yeah.
We're not Americans.
No.
No, the happy
I am
holidays things
offended by that.
has always annoyed me as well, and
Yeah.
Yeah, and so it should.
it's
You
not
come from a
helping.
Christian background.
It's not helping the
Mhm.
country at all. Of course,
It's not helping anybody.
this isn't helping the country either. U.S. Navy accused of cover-up of dangerous plutonium in San Francisco. So it was something in the water of San Francisco that's caused all this. That's what we're saying.
I wish that had been a typo and it said dangerous plutonians.
Advocates
Hold it.
allege the Navy knew levels of airborne plutonium at Hunters Point Shipyard were high before it alerted officials.
Hold on. If airborne plutonium is dangerously high, people would be losing their hair and skin in the immediate area.
Depends on what you
Maybe
term
they are.
as
One
high.
thing, I thought that Hillary Clinton sold plutonium in America. What happened?
No. She sold the uranium mines to
Ah,
and
okay.
so forth. The U.S. Navy knew a potentially dangerous levels. I love this. Now they're not dangerous levels. They're potentially dangerous levels of airborne plutonium in San Francisco for almost a year before it alerted city officials after it carried out testing that detected radioactive material in November of last year. The public health advocates allege the plutonium levels exceed the federal action threshold at the Navy's highly contaminated 866 acres Hunters Point Naval Shipyard. It was detected in an area adjacent to a residential neighborhood filled with condos, including a public park. Does the poop glow?
Oh, is that
Just
the hold on? Is that the residential neighborhood where they worship the Alpha Omega bomb?
I don't. That's a good question. The city is planning to redevelop Hunters Point with up to 10,000 housing units and new waterfront commercial districts. The property was used as a staging ground for nuclear weapons testing, and the discovery marks the latest in a series of controversies and cover-ups of dangerous radioactive material at the site. All right, okay, let's talk about plutonium for a moment. They're not worried about the radioactivity from plutonium. They're worried about heavy metal poisoning.
Yeah, because plutonium is even without the radiation, plutonium is it's even more toxic than lead, I believe.
Yeah, it is.
Wow.
Go ahead. You're going to say something, Jensen?
No, I was like, wow, I didn't know it was that bad. Okay.
Yeah. It is one of the things that your body will replace It's
Mm.
certain chemicals within the body. All right.
but not as fast as mercury.
Specifically calcium. Okay. Um,
Oh,
and
that's
Yeah,
so
but
kind of important for
it
people,
won't
isn't
do
it?
that as fast as it will with mercury, which is, I believe, the deadliest metal in the world.
well, mercury is the difference between plutonium though and mercury is mercury is it's difficult for mercury to be absorbed to the skin. Okay,
I'm going
plutonium
to
Actually,
disagree with you, by
plutonium
the way.
it's I said it's
from what
difficult,
I've heard,
relatively difficult. All right, you got to understand
from
the
what I've heard,
terms.
it's bloody easy. You
Um,
touch, you're not. It's so easy for mercury to get into your system through your skin. You're not supposed to even touch it without gloves.
they
Can I
say
pause you both here a moment,
go
please?
ahead.
You have all
I
mine here.
disagree with you. How
Who?
can you say, both of you, how can you say that mercury is like the most dangerous metal? I would have thought iron was the most dangerous metal. Wait about 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1. How many people have you heard being killed by a mercury axe? Whereas an iron axe is a pretty common bloody weapon which has killed a lot of people.
Well, only when
I
it's
say
Yeah,
iron.
we're on
I say, I'm
alchemical.
sorry. Or, in fact, if you really, really, really want to break it down, lead. More people get killed by bullets than mercury.
well, but many of them are copper
Tell me I'm
jacketed,
wrong.
so you can sit up there and blame it on the copper too. But if you
Fair,
really want to
He's
go,
fair
not wrong.
statement.
okay.
But going, if you literally go back from the beginning of humanity
Actually,
picking up some killing people, iron is probably the most dangerous of the metals.
actually, if you're going to be like that, indirectly, gold is the most deadly metal,
Because
because how many people have been killed because of gold?
they were
Most of
generally
them.
but they were generally killed with iron. That's my point.
Yeah, but because of gold.
So basically, you got the ferrous metals being the most dangerous of them. Then
And chemically, iron is almost benign to the human body because it's part of our makeup.
I agree. But equally, how
Not,
how many mercury axes have you ever heard of in your life? And this is actually a genuine
actually,
question.
one.
Okay, impress
Yeah,
me.
it's a guy back in the 70s science program made a mercury axe with liquid nitrogen.
Ah, cool. Okay.
Yeah, it was like absolute zero.
As in 0 Kelvin. Huh? That's actually pretty terrifying. Okay.
All right. The Navy took up to 200 air samples for plutonium in November of
Hmm.
2024 and found
Hmm.
one that had a level 2 times higher than the federal action threshold, according to Castleman in the EPA. The exposures levels at which plutonium can cause cancer are very low, but the low levels also make it difficult to measure, Castleman said. All right, let's be honest with you guys. The levels that they're talking about are so low that and they're they're far below measurable levels of of where you see statistical cancer coming from. Okay,
Okay.
uh, this is one of the things that the EPA started doing, which was okay if this level of arsenic was where we start to detect things, then we will cap the level 10 times below that. All right.
Okay.
Now, that would be fine, except for the next bureaucrat trying to make a name decides to go, well, if 10 times, let's go 100 times because we're not sure. And that's what you're dealing with this. Okay. Now they're claiming that in this area that there's 2 kilograms, all right, of plutonium in the area. I'm calling bullshit. Okay? I'm
Fair.
calling bullshit because if there's 2 kilograms of missing plutonium, the government would have been all over this a long friggin' time ago.
Yeah.
All right? Now, I'm not saying that this area isn't contaminated and it shouldn't be cleaned up. I'm not making that statement. I'm saying this is the kind of fear mongering that you get. And of course, which newspaper was this? This is the UK Guardian. No one, no
Who
one in
are
No, no,
America
smart.
is screaming about this shit.
No.
no.
just pointing this out. Now, something
I'm
the
not
a
Americans
guardian
have
leader.
been
I
screaming
don't care.
about is this. Judge gives Justice Department a day to detail Ghislaine Maxwell's trial materials to be released. Really?
Wow.
A single day, huh? A federal judge in Manhattan is demanding more information from the Justice Department as he weighs its request to unseal records from the sex trafficking case against Jeffrey Epstein's longtime confidant, Ghislaine Maxwell. Judge Paul A. Engelmayer on Tuesday ordered the Justice Department to tell him what materials it plans to publicly release that were subject to secrecy orders in the British socialite case. Ghislaine Maxwell was a British socialite? I didn't know she was British.
Yes. Oh, yes.
I just assumed she was another degenerate American.
No,
Anyway,
we just don't talk. We just don't talk about her.
all
No,
right.
that's why we gave it to you lot.
The deadline, noon yesterday. Okay. Engelmeyer's order came after the Justice Department on Wednesday asked for his permission to release grand jury records, all right, exhibits and discovery materials in the Maxwell case. All right. Engelmeyer said that the lawyers must file a letter. So, in other words, what they're saying is they want to. The Justice Department is saying, "I want to release some stuff," and he's like, "Okay, I get to decide what gets released. You tell me what you want to release."
Hmm.
That's nonsense. And
Yeah.
and this is the problem with this crap. This judge is playing silly buggers. All right, and
Yeah.
I want to make a statement very clear, and I've said this before. I'm going to make it again. The problem with the whole Epstein thing, okay, and Ghislaine Maxwell and all the rest of this, the problem isn't just the sex trafficking. That's horrific, sure,
Hmm.
but it's the reason why it was going on, and it wasn't because these two people were just a bunch of degenerates. Okay, the reason this took place was because this was an operation conducted by the CIA. Okay, I am totally serious
that-
about this.
Oh, no.
I honestly believe that. And why do I believe that? Because everything points to it. And what do I mean by that? When Jeffrey Epstein was first grabbed by the New York City police and the FBI initially, they were going full bore with the prosecution until a notice came back from the CIA listing Epstein as an asset. All right?
That.
So something's when they came in there and they put a kibosh on this, when the CIA put a kibosh, they have to explain this, and the only explanation that makes sense for all these people yipping and yapping and what the histrionics that have gone around with this, right, and the different cover-ups that have been going on, the only thing that makes sense is if this was a CIA-run and planned operation, and they're trying to hide it.
Am I supposed to say gasp yet, or will you let me know
Hold
when
on.
that bit comes up?
Operation or CIA run relaxation center.
Yeah.
Hey TC, happy Thanksgiving. I can't disagree with that either. But the thing is, it's like all these people keep wanting to run around going, "Oh, look at what's happening around this." Look, if you want to know what's going on, well, Trump's all over Epstein. And he's not doing this because it has nothing to do with Trump. And yes, don't get me wrong. There's U.S. politicians caught up in this shit, right?
Excuse me. Oh, hey, TC.
Welcome.
Hey,
TC.
Batman, how's it going? Hey, everyone.
dude.
How you doing? Hey, Jensen, you all right?
Your voice has changed since you used to spar with Officer Dibble.
So
Stop trying to make me think, Batman. Jesus Christ, man. I'm getting too old for this.
I would never do stuff that would cause you to have an embolism.
Of course you wouldn't. Of course you would.
Yeah. I would lose the fun of torturing you and tormenting you and annoying you.
Oh, how can you say? Oh, that's easily.
Yeah. He opens his lips and words come out. That's how he says it.
Although then again, if worse things come to worse, I could always buy a Ouija board and do it that way.
Yeah, the thing is,
Oh God.
the thing is with FB is that's not so much of a statement as a essence of being. So, I mean, just pointing it out, right?
He's not wrong. He's not wrong.
Are you trying to say I'm cruel, heartless, and evil?
No, I'm not saying that.
Well,
I don't have
well,
Why
now
not?
you say it. Now you say it.
What I was aiming
Yeah.
for.
And I know you're not a Geordie. It's all right.
And I know you're not a Frenchman.
Mm-hmm. You're Scottish,
We.
Mm-hmm.
We.
Yeah, you're Belgian.
He's a shape cunt. Anyway, somebody got that. Okay. No. Since you're here, TC, you can let's hear your outlook on Epstein and the whole Epstein file thing.
To be perfectly honest, I don't really care.
Good answer.
Yeah, there are far more significant things going on in this country for me to even consider Epstein at the
Yeah.
moment. But yeah,
With this entire Epstein scandal, I've got to say I will never watch the Beverly Hillbillies again.
mhm.
Buddy,
Hey, I'll buy it. What?
Buddy Epstein.
Okay. And who the fuck's that? Sorry, you.
The only sane one on that entire show, and he calls him out, tries to link him with Rick and Jeffrey.
But no, yeah, I hope the truth will out. But as far as priorities go, yeah, it's not really up there.
Not for you British, but
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, it's a huge issue here in the U.S. because people need to know that just how low the CIA has sunk.
Right.
In the sense,
Yeah,
and I
our
say
top
that,
priority
and I
is-
say that not because of what dirty tricks that they get involved in. It's their lack of support for America. They're almost as anti-American as any European nation is. They don't care about America. They care more about Europe than they do America. That's how
So
I
it's a lack
see
of
it.
integrity, really. So it's a
Yeah,
lack of integrity, really. Yeah.
And that's amusing because in the UK, most of us don't care about Europe.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, if the rest of Europe was to sink beneath the waves tomorrow and just leave us and this huge bay between us and Russia, we'd be happy.
Absolutely.
If you
I
believe
don't know,
that,
no.
you wouldn't have a tunnel. Just pointing that out.
We'd be
I
happy.
have actually suggested that we mine that thing, and I'm actually going to disagree with you here, but man, leave Poland alone. Poland's actually fairly cool. The rest of them,
Yes.
I don't class Poland and Hungary as part of Europe, really.
Oh, okay, that's all right then.
But what we should do with the Channel Tunnel, and we've got the engineering know-how to do this, is turn it into a giant super soaker so we can flood Paris.
As we're talking about the tunnel, I have actually had a really cool idea that I did suggest to B years ago. You know how that used to be one of the main ways we'd have all the immigrants coming over here. I actually suggested what we should do is let the trucks come across. I've got no problem with that, but they've all got to have sealed cabs with their own oxygen supply, and you just turn off the air condition, basically the air pumps to the tunnel. Let's see let's see the migrants survive that one.
I remember when they were getting the backs of trucks, reading about this guy, this lorry driver, right? Saw these African guys getting into the back of his truck, didn't say a word. Let them get in, let them shut the door.
Yeah.
And continued on. When he got to the port, about 2-3 hours later, they got stopped. Anything to Craig and said, there's some African guys in there. You better, you better get some medical personnel down here as well. What is that? It's a freezer truck.
I'm okay with that. Mm-hmm.
Cool.
On to
Yeah,
the
very.
No.
on to the next story.
Oh, come on.
Yes.
South Korea confirms the successful fourth Nuri rocket launch. Main satellite establishes contact. South Korea on Thursday confirmed the successful launch of its homegrown space rocket Nuri, which
They
took off
get
from the
foreign aid,
Naro
don't they?
Space Center. No, they don't. Well, in a
Oh,
way they
good.
do. I'll explain that. With the main unit of 13 satellites deployed, establishing communication with King Seong Station in Antarctica. The 200-ton Nuri blasted off from the center in the country's southeastern coastal village. They call it a village. I don't think any village is going to be launching rockets. All right, of Guoyong, 33 kilometers south of Seoul at 1:13 a.m., slightly behind the original plan of the 12:55 a.m. due to a sensor issue. The KSA, and the Korean Aerospace Research Institute (KARI), all right, the main satellite CAS 500-3 made communications with South Korea's research center in Antarctica at 1:55 a.m., allowing experts to check the unit's condition. Okay, why am I pointing this out? The reason I'm pointing this out is if you can put a satellite in orbit, you can hit
Anywhere in the
anywhere on the on the Earth, right?
Yep.
And one little thing before going further. Didn't you Americans actually have a problem with villages being unable to launch rockets? I think they called it the Vietnam War. Or am I going to get myself in trouble now?
They
And
weren't
Korea.
they weren't launching rockets; they were receiving rocket fire.
They did launch a few.
Yeah, when
Okay,
you weren't
granted it
shooting your own
stopped.
troops.
That's harsh. Not wrong, but still harsh.
During the another war that the French started that we ended up getting ourselves involved in
Yep.
for no reason.
Why do you think we didn't turn up?
You learned
Because
your
you
lesson yet?
because you guys are still mad at us for what we
No,
did with
it
the
wasn't.
Suez Canal. Yeah, it was.
No,
That's
it wasn't.
true. No,
It
actually,
was
he's
because it was because we went into Korea with you lot, and we saw how
Mhm.
badly the French had fucked up. And when Vietnam started, we were like, nah, had enough. Sorry,
No.
right.
the
but
the whole
you noticed
Vietnam
something though.
the whole
Hold on, you noticed something. We were involved in Korea, right? And it was a partial success. There's a North Korea, which is a totalitarian evil dictatorship, and the South Korea, which is a democratically elected Republican evil dictatorship.
That's better. Yeah,
So
that's
partial success. We weren't in Vietnam. It's an entirely communist country now.
Mm-hmm. Seeing a pattern here,
yeah,
Yeah.
that has
Mhm.
nothing to do with it. All right.
yeah?
That's not much of a pattern.
Yeah.
That's
it's
two data
because
points.
there's a real reason why America lost Vietnam.
Technically, it wasn't a war according to the
No,
Americans.
they're still lost, and there's a real reason.
Okay,
Rambo took the day off.
that's fair.
Uh,
That's fair.
the reason we lost the Vietnam War is the same reason we had problems in Iraq. Just pointing it out. Right?
Yeah.
You have politicians trying to do things rather than let the war run. Let it be a war. Okay. Now, Iraq has not degenerated into Vietnam yet. I suspect at some point it will get to in that area because that whole region is never going to solve itself. Okay, but it is what it is. Okay,
Yeah.
the Vietnam, we won every freaking major battle and then left. Right, we were betrayed. we we betrayed the South Vietnamese. We betrayed the soldiers that we sent over there. All right, because of very evil leftists that exist in this country and are running around as celebrated freaking heroes.
And you also didn't have the 4077 patching people up.
Oh, Cough, cough.
That was one of the
Hanoi
people
Jane.
who frickin' were stabbing us in the back. Don't mention that group of assholes.
Yeah, you also had Hanoi Jane.
Mhm.
Gee, the hand in hand. What a surprise!
Yeah, a woman whose father and I believe her brother disowned her because of that.
No, he let her back in.
Good.
But if you want to know what
Oh.
Hollywood is like, because it's the Hollywood that did a lot of damage, this is a perfect example.
Yeah.
Quentin Tarantino, and I know he's a big hero to a lot of people, all right, recalls laughing through the Passion of the Christ, getting kind of turned on by the beating.
And nothing.
The only interest I have in Quentin Tarantino is if he makes a movie and it's decent enough.
Quentin,
Aside from that,
So,
go ahead.
so he's into BDSM then.
Hey, nothing wrong with that.
yeah,
Personal choice.
yeah, but the B stands for biblical.
So that's what they call Bible bashing then.
And there it was. I've been waiting for that joke. I really have.
Listen to this, Clip.
Oh,
He didn't laugh through the entire movie, just the parts where
Christ
Jesus
in a
gets
gimp suit.
brutalized. Extreme violence is just funny to me, he said in the latest episode of Eastern Ellis's podcast. Right? You go so far beyond extremity, it gets funnier and funnier. All right.
You know, that's a good way of defining a sociopath. Right there.
And yet this guy is
Yeah.
running around making movies to influence people.
Yeah.
What would you
great
rather
hero.
have him do? Make movies or kill women on the street?
I'd rather him
Yeah,
sit up there and
you're right. Get rid of his movie make career.
I think that I think that I would rather him just clean toilets like that because that's all he's really
Why
fit for.
does he look like humdrum useless?
For those who don't know
He
what
does.
we're talking
Yes.
about.
Yeah, he does
I
actually.
agree,
Yeah,
Matt.
yeah.
I agree with Matt there. Dust Till Dawn, the only one that was any good. There you go.
Okay, for those who didn't know what they were referring to, they're referring to Zoran Mandani.
Why does that sound like a name from name of the one of the evil vizier's guards in Aladdin?
Yeah. Mamdani asks 179 City Hall workers to resign when he takes office, says the report. New York City Mayor-elect Zoran Mamdani, right, has asked some City Hall employees to resign from their position when he takes office on January 1st, his spokesman confirmed to PIX 11 News on Wednesday. The New York Times reported that the resignations, which will affect 179 workers, will change staffing in political offices, including those overseen by deputy mayors.
I would pay if I had the money. I would pay Brian Blessed to sneak up when he's delivering his speech and just yell it through a megaphone. Sauron's alive!
Well, I thought about the name of the new TV program, Man Danny Vice.
Oh.
Give yourself a little gold star, TC. Give yourself a little gold star for that one.
Mamdani.
That's terrible.
I think that was pretty good, actually. Look, the guy. First of all,
Hey, do you think he's used in the Karate Kid? You know, Zoran, door off.
he is another activist that they and there's several of these mayors in these really hardcore leftist cities that have been elected, and they are going to they are who are activists. They're just nothing more than they've ever been, which is leftist activists. All right, and Mamdani
One
has
sec,
already
mate.
found
One
now.
sec.
Go ahead.
Just want to say, Oz, you are completely correct. They ain't going to say a goddamn word. Do carry on, sir.
All right. No, they're asking for these people to resign, and it isn't just political offices, like you said. It's deputy mayors and everything else. The
Civil
problem that
servants.
he's going to have, right, Ma'am Donnie, is New York is a special area in a lot of ways, and
Mm.
Yeah, yeah.
New
Mm.
York,
You mean
New
short
York's,
bus
and I
area, right?
mean New York City, and most
You
people
mean a
don't
short
know
bus
this.
area, don't you?
No, no, it's New York City does not like for example, I live in Tucson. All right, Tucson, Arizona, they have what's known as the city sales tax. Okay, the city through the mayor and everybody else can put whatever sales tax they want through. All right, as long as it's supported by the people. Um, they don't have to ask permission from the state governor. All right, but New York City does. New York City actually, in order to raise taxes, especially the taxes that they're talking about, actually needs the state to actually grant them permission to do it. Okay? Guess what?
That's good.
That's kind of hard to do,
Yeah.
right? When you promised
Yeah.
everybody, all this free shit, and then turn around and go, well, how are you going to pay for it? Well, we're just going to do taxes, and the state of New York has already said, uh-uh.
Yeah, hold it, MC, hold up. England have the same sort of situation. We've had someone that made this promise that there's going to be no new taxes. We're not going
Oh
to tax.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all us Brits
Multiple
know
times.
exactly what we're
Tax.
talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
And
problem.
all of those taxes go to benefit a certain group of people.
Yeah.
Who are fond of inflatable rubber crafts.
Oh yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
one of the problems in the state of New York, though, is they jacked the prices up. The state did, okay,
Mm-hmm.
and revenue
Mm.
fell because all the people fled New York State, and so
That's
Right.
kind of what's happening in
Hochul has
England.
realized if we raise it even more, all that's going to happen is more people are going to leave. Right now, Mamdani is already in a crunch, and New York is in a crunch because 700,000 people have started to leave New York already, the city of New York.
Nice.
And so and nothing's happened yet. It was just a threat. They're like, I'm out of here. Now, where are they going? They're not going too far. They're just going across the freaking river into Connecticut.
On a
Right.
side note, Nomad, I really wish you lived about in a suburb a day's travel from a certain American city.
Why?
You know exactly what's coming, don't you?
Which one? He says nervously.
Because then he'd only be 24 hours from Tulsa.
Oh, jeez.
He knew what was coming.
Yep.
Anyway.
On the subject of those inflatable rafts,
Mm.
do you know what the British government does with them when they get them off these illegal migrants?
Probably gives them back.
Yeah, they send them back to fucking France.
Mm.
Oh, jeez. I just want to go back to my statement, and I know, MC, you suggested we could just use 30s instead of 50s, but there's something about a 50 cal firing off of the bow of your boat. It's got a nice feel.
I disagree. I'm an
Okay.
advocate of sea mines.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, why not? But I tell you what, as it's you, let's have both.
I mean, because with sea mines, you can see how there must have been left over from World War II. Because even today, we haven't got rid of all of them.
That's the problem.
Yeah, but
adding more isn't going to help.
I'm at least trying to provide new jobs for people to man the guns. So
I'm trying to
doing my
provide
best here.
entertainment for Coast Guard.
Mm.
That's fair.
I can just imagine FB sitting up there selling, getting watch parties together. Let's watch the fireworks go. Let's organize a group. People be out there having there's their lawn chairs and some wine. Oh, no, that one was real good.
Nomad, get out of my head.
Hail Hydra 6.
It's
I'm
sick, sir.
telling you out. Just rent
Happy
sniping
Thanksgiving.
rifles, and that way you can actually charge them to people and make some money out of it. Hey,
Yeah.
Sixer.
Sixer, but not sniping rifles with like bullets in them. Sniping rifles with really big needles in them and get them to aim at the dinghies.
So for
Oh,
the
I did actually. I meant for the dinghies. I
Look,
wasn't actually shooting people.
it would be more fun seeing them scrabble around trying to find out where the leaks are.
Hmm.
As
That's true. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I
as their
was.
vessel deflates.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to suggest harpoons, but yeah, I think your method is better because they'd be scrambling around trying to find where the leak is. Yeah.
I just get nervous about the idea of harpoons. After all, B has suggested using one on me.
Yeah, but you notice how there's nobody here with an objection to that.
I did notice that part. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Jensen, no. It's just everyone's sitting there picturing me getting harpooned by B.
She said that once when you were doing the doing the bloody the Vampire the Masquerade. And if you
Yeah.
remember, I said pictures or you haven't done it.
Yeah.
This is how much people like me. I'm sensing this.
No, and this is the people who like you.
That's actually the worst part. Yeah.
So they are, for those who don't know about this cartoon. All right, what irritates me about the cartoon isn't the cartoons itself. It's the people who did it. These are people who are leftists. They've hated Lincoln forever. Right now they're trying to go. Oh, Trump is getting rid of the Lincoln penny. Now he's going to get rid of the party of Lincoln and the party of slavery. You guys are the party of slavery. The Democrats and
Mhm.
leftists. You've been the party of
And the
slavery. You're
party,
still the
and
party of slavery,
yep,
and you want to bring it back. Now we are getting, for those who don't
they're
know,
also the party of those guys who go around dressed as ghosts, aren't they?
yeah,
Yeah.
they. For
Mm.
those who don't know, we this is the last year the U.S. penny will be minted. Right? They've struck the last U.S. pennies, so there are no more U.S. pennies coming down the thing.
Does anybody actually use them?
We use them all the time. It's a
Does anybody actually use them apart from putting a load of them in socks and going out on a night?
I have to do this joke. I'm sorry, but I'll have to. You know why they're doing that? Yeah. Because America's well known for having no sense whatsoever. Carry on.
the
Jensen,
the the penny is, most people
it's
don't like the
dropped.
idea of rounding up, which is what the government does, and they're like,
Hmm.
no, I want whatever's coming to me. I'm tired of you guys, rounding up.
Like,
Now
doesn't
instead
it
of
cost
rounding
like
up to the nearest penny, they're gonna round up to the nearest nickel, and it's always gonna be
doesn't it
rounding up.
actually
No one's gonna sit up there and round down.
Why?
doesn't it actually
Why?
cost like
Why?
10 times the face value of a penny to produce a penny?
3 times.
Thought it was 10 times.
It's
Aye.
it,
No,
it's it.
I
Well,
believe
well,
it's 3.
what's confusing me is why is an American talking about pennies? I mean, have you guys adopted British currency or something?
No, they have pennies. It's the
Oh, they have
smallest
Yeah.
pennies.
denomination of
Oh,
American.
okay.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. There
Yeah,
you
the
go.
and
one
we all
cent
know
is
it's
also known as a
confusing you.
penny.
Have you heard the
Confusing you,
term?
TC.
Have you heard the term? I wouldn't give 1 red cent for anything.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, I
Right.
haven't.
What
I
what a
haven't. I've
what a
never heard
red
that saying.
what a red cent was is the
Mm.
original pennies had an Indian head on it,
Hmm.
right?
Aha.
Of a Native American
Yep.
chief, and
Yeah.
those were the
And
Mm-hmm.
first
and
ones. They then decided to say, okay, well, we're going to change that, and we're going to put Lincoln on one side, and we're going to use, but
Mm.
we don't want any war symbols, so we'll use wheat on the other side, and those were known as
I
wheat
Right.
pennies,
remember.
and the wheat pennies
Mm.
existed until 1958 was the last, I think, last wheat penny, and in '59 they shifted over to the Lincoln Memorial. All right, on the
I
reverse,
Right.
on the
remember
adverse.
back in the
There you
70s,
go.
American import comics. There was always an advertisement, for pe- people asking for pennies with an American Indian head on them because they were worth a shit ton.
Like everything else, there's
Good
some
point.
pennies that are worth. There's some coins that are
Yep.
more
Yeah.
valuable. But
Mm.
the
But
problem
Mm.
with those kind of coins was, the valuation was basically based on arbitrary characteristics. All right, so
Yeah.
people,
But we all know
it
what.
only has the value that somebody gives it to it. All right, versus
Well, yeah, that's the same with anything.
versus like the wheat pennies now are highly prized because they have a much higher content of copper in them. All right.
But like I was trying to say, we all know what really confuses TC.
Hmm.
How doors work.
Yeah, I mean, they're completely unhinged, aren't they? I mean, someone really needs to get a handle on that.
Nothing to do with these
Yeah,
jokes.
TC, I like how you handled
Yes.
that one.
Hey, thank you.
On to the next story. Two Virginia brothers arrested over alleged plot to attack police and ICE. Federal authorities on Wednesday decided to actually do their jobs and arrested Virginia trying to attack immigration agents. Mark and John Bennett were arrested November 19th. John Bennett in Virginia Beach, where he worked as an assistant principal in Kempsville High School, and Mark Bennett at the Norfolk International Airport, the Department of Homeland Security said in a statement. According to the authorities, an investigation was launched into the brothers on November 17th. So in 2 days, they were able to launch an investigation and actually arrest people. After an off-duty Norfolk police officer heard the pair allegedly discussing plans to kill police officers and ICE enforcement agents. You're able to gather and go after these people now? Did I lose everybody? It looks like I lost everybody again. We'll have to. Okay, are you guys back? Okay, can you guys hear me? I lost everything. Okay, are you guys
You
back?
hear us now, Muck.
Welcome back.
As you can see, my internet is having all sorts of issues this morning.
No, we've noticed.
Yeah.
Is that
Hmm.
we didn't know?
And I was on a
mean,
nice
next thing you
rant
know,
there. I'm
next
kind
thing
of
you know, we'll
upset.
be whenever we start talking for a while.
You
broke up then.
ranting. You
Yeah.
ranting. No matter we. No. I
know,
refuse to
shocking,
believe it.
isn't it?
Nah,
I know, right? Yeah. I mean,
he's quiet as a church mouse.
indeed, yeah.
Yeah, on
Especially when he
PCP with a
saw it,
megaphone.
especially when he super glued his lips together.
So these two
Burst his head.
brothers were arrested after a 2-day investigation.
Can you
Isn't
share?
it amazing how fast they can actually get together? Can I
Yeah.
try? I can attempt to.
Actually,
Just-
don't, because that might be what's interfering with it.
No, it's actually been doing this.
Okay, am I back? Okay, can you guys hear me again?
Oh, we got
Yes,
you
we
now.
can.
Okay, I won't share it then because it's told me no.
No.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness, sorry for this. Am I still roboting or am I okay?
no,
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 you're
No,
you're
roboting.
you're
fine.
normal.
Okay.
You're
And
normal
I
now.
have to
Yeah.
say though, it's quite
Oh.
funny, Ray, because it's Thanksgiving and you're not allowed to share. Just saying. Maybe you want to think about it. Okay.
This is
Oh,
what happens when you let a certain group run your country, MC. Sorry, Nomad.
it is
Nomad.
what it is. Let's try a different a different view this time. Let's just do
Yeah.
this and go here. 3 arrested as Hong Kong complex blaze. Death toll climbs to. Okay, we're back to losing everybody and coming back in. Okay.
Cross-dresser thing is probably not a thing you really want to say, because they did have a few people that were rather well known for their cross-dressing amongst their leading group. So maybe you don't want to make that joke.
Are
Too
you
loud.
back, Ems, with us, Nomad?
Yes, I am back.
Are you
Okay.
sure?
No,
Mm.
I don't know for how long.
That's a fair statement.
Serious question. What's the weather like where you're at?
It's a little cool,
What?
and
Oh.
no, my term for cool is around 65 degrees.
All
No
right, well,
temperature. The temperature is inside my house, but it's, I think
What about now?
probably not seen. There we go.
There you go.
I
Hooray!
just said that.
Yeah.
As you can see, you have a coyote on a high rise on a ledge of a freaking hotel.
How
Yes.
did he get up there?
Well, it's not a matter of how to. No point in continuing this right now because it's
No,
just.
No,
it's
no,
rude.
that's what we were thinking. Yeah.